All right, we told you about these protests planned in the Windy City today. Jeff Locke with the latest from Chicago. Jeff.
Well, it has to be certainly within the city.
I'm just listening in to Cornell Brooks, who's the president of the NAACP. You're live on the Fox Business Network, sir. What are you hoping to accomplish here today?
What we're hoping to accomplish here is to make the case for fundamental change in policing in the city of Chicago and across the country.
What form does that take? Does that take the ouster of the superintendent?
What it takes is accountability, not just in terms of a civilian review board, important, but when we think about the police accountability, I should say, review board, IPRA, we need fundamental reform. And what that means here is you can't have 10,000 complaints filed and only 19 disciplinary actions.
Do you support the action that took place on Black Friday, the shutting down of Michigan Avenue in Chicago? Do you think that fits with your strategy?
What fits with our strategy are all forms of nonviolent, peaceful protests that make clear that the people have had enough.
You're going to keep this up?
We're absolutely going to keep this up. And it's not only keeping it up in Chicago, but it's keeping it up in Minneapolis, in New York, in Staten Island, and in cities and towns all across the country. We have to be clear that the same people that you're seeing in the streets of Chicago are the same folks, the same citizens that you see in streets in towns and cities all across this country. This is not a public relations problem to be managed. This is a criminal justice crisis.
Feel that's what's happening in Chicago?
What we've seen here is great PR and poor accountability.
Mr. Brooks, I appreciate your time. Thank you, sir. Perhaps you see a fairly large crowd. I don't know, there, hey, Laura. And perhaps you see also symbolically, Neil, caskets to represent those who have lost their lives in Chicago. As we reported on Black Friday, this is a movement that I think fair to say continues to grow. Obviously, anyone who saw that tape, as many of your guests today have pointed out, very difficult to watch, but this has sparked a movement that I think goes beyond that, and we will continue to watch it. Yeah.
All right, and we will go back to you, Jeff, as conditions warrant. But Jeff Locke, in Chicago, Chicago now one of the highest crime rates in the country. These police issues notwithstanding, black-on-black crime, as it's known, also the highest in the country on a per capita basis. So many will argue that those caskets could just as well be speaking for them.